It has always been a dream of mine to give back and volunteer in countries less fortunate than ours. First, I had hoped to attend a trip to Haiti during nursing school, but unfortunately, the trip was canceled the year I was graduating. I then planned a trip for Panama when the borders had closed due to COVID-19. I am beyond excited to finally announce I will be taking the leap to spend 3 months volunteering in three third world countries starting March 31st. My trip will begin in Antigua, Guatemala, where I will be volunteering 3 weeks of my time to assist in providing medical care to those in need. The medical settings I will be working in during these times will vary depending on where the highest need is. Likely, many of my experiences will be in low income, rural settings, which can include clinics, elderly homes, facilities for those with disabilities, and/or hospital settings. Guatemala is a predominantly poor country that struggles in several areas of health and development, including infant, child, and maternal mortality and malnutrition. Many medical settings in Guatemala are also often understaffed and underfunded, with an average of 1.24 physicians per 1,000 people. I will then be volunteering 1 week of manual labor to support local macadamia nut and coffee farmers in hopes to support long-term sustainability and economic development in nearby communities. After 4 weeks in Guatemala, I will then be traveling to Buenos Aires, Argentina, where I will volunteer 3 weeks to support their medical needs. Argentina is a developing country that is experiencing more of an economic boost than Guatemala, but still often struggles with ensuring medical access to the rural populations. They are also often understaffed and underfunded, with only 10% of the country's spending going into health. After Argentina, I will be finishing out my 3 month volunteer trip in rural Cusco, Peru. Peru also faces many hardships, such as high poverty rate of more than 55% in rural areas, a low physician density of 1.37 physicians per 1,000 people, and a high maternal mortality rate of about 69 maternal deaths per 1,000 women. This is almost 3 times the rate of ours in the United States. During my time in Peru, I will primarily be focusing on volunteering in the medical setting while also volunteering for 1 week in providing animal care. For all of these programs, I have chosen to go through an organization called IVHQ. I chose to go through IVHQ because of their commitment to helping stimulate the local economy and enhancing long-term sustainability at each of their volunteer destinations. Every program through IVHQ utilizes local staff to transport and support volunteers, and local families to host volunteers. IVHQ also encourages any monetary donations to be reinvested into the local economy to purchase items of greatest need, thus stimulating their own economy. As a volunteer, I do have several fees required. I have registration fees, which go towards supporting the organization and employees, who ensure I am fully prepared and safe during my travels. I then have program fees that go towards my accommodations and food while abroad. I have spent the last year saving so I can put my job aside and accomplish this dream of mine while my husband is overseas. Yet, I would like to make this trip as impactful as possible. Therefore, I have chosen to create this fundraiser for those interested in supporting my program expenses and maximize the donations provided to each community that I visit. Words cannot express the many emotions that come with such an opportunity to travel abroad for only my second time, to help those less fortunate than myself. In hopes to bring as many people as possible with me through this journey, I will continue to update this fundraiser, my Facebook, and TikTok account with my own photos, experiences, and emotions of volunteering abroad. Thank you to all of those supporting this life-changing journey of mine.